Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Nice.
Now, you're doing a pretty special tour here. You're doing 2 sets. Whose idea was this, and why are you doing it?
I think we just wanted to kind of, we've done so many things for the band in the past, and trying to find new ways to, do stuff. And basically, Enthroned Darkness Triumphant has been a very important record in history of Dimmu Borgir, and we wanted to share that and celebrate that with our fans. So it's been 14 years since that album came out, and it's always been, people are always referring to that album still today. It's kind of a timeless album. So in a way, so we all got our heads together and started to think what we could do to celebrate it with our fans, basically. So this is what we're doing now, and performing the whole album first set, and then we do kind of a best of sets later after that. So approximately a bit over 2 hours playing time.
Now, it was Enthroned Darkness Triumphant that won the poll that you had, because you got the fans to vote for which album you wanted the first set to be. Which of those 3 albums would you have voted for?
I would have voted for the same album as they did. for the Enthroned album. So yeah, we put it out on our Facebook page, and then the thumbs up were most thumbs up for the Enthroned album. So it was easy choice. But I think if we would perform the first album today, it will be a bit tricky, I think. So actually, I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
Now, you're one of the more commercially successful extreme metal bands in the world. What sets you apart from every other band?
I don't know. I don't want to brag about our band, basically, but I think that we are very, very hard workers, for what we do, and we've been around now for almost 20 years, so that should say everything, that we're still going, still putting new goals for the future, and this is life commitments to us. It's not like we're having day jobs and work at McDonald's at daytime and meet up at rehearsal at 5 and jam. This is it's a lifestyle. We live and breathe Dimmu Borgir 100%. So it's hard work and commitment is what it takes to be commercially successful.
Now, in a typically not very commercially successful genre, do you think that sometimes people focus more on your commercial success than your actual music?
Well, I think it's we have so many different types of fans that like Dimmu Borgir. We have the younger audience, and we have the older people that are also. There's just so much to discover in our music, so it's hard to say really. It's not like it's one thing fanatically. Dimmu represents so many different styles of music in one package. So it's like yeah.
If Dimmu Borgir wasn't as successful as it has been, do you think he would still be doing it now?
Of course I would. It's not about sales. It's not about charge entries. It's all that is just kind of a big bonus to what we do, and of course we are very happy to get acknowledgement for all the things we're, for all the hard work we're doing. But face it, the music industry itself now is going downhill. I would not recommend anybody to start a band to make a living. It's not the way to go. It's very tough business, and it's very hard, but yeah.
So, as of a couple of years ago, Dimmu Borgir became a 3-piece. Are you going to be looking to build up a full lineup again?
Not really. Right now we are very happy with the things are going. We had a lot of lineup changes throughout the past, but that was a necessary step for us to take in order to continue to be Dimmu Borgir. So for us now it works much more better to be a 3-piece. we are three completely different people, but when we get together and work, and some kind of magic happens, you know. So, and to involve more people in that, it's just going to cause more chaos. So for us, it's better to stay as a three-piece, and then we have hire people to do a job. And now we have three people that are fantastic, you know, who work. It's very important. That's not just from a musical perspective, but also from you know, when you live on the road 24/7 like a family. You know, you have to get along, and you know, it's important that people respect each other, even if they're different and all that stuff. So it's and it's not really easy, you know, to find people that has all that combined, you know, being a great musician and also being a great person. So, but right now we are very happy what we're doing. So, and with the lineup, so hopefully we stay like that for a while. Yeah.
Is it correct that a couple of months ago you were in the studio forming some kind of 20th anniversary release?
No, that's incorrect. We are working on material for the new album, but we have not. I mean, we have our own studios. That's our offices, you know. So, so we make when we are home, we make riffs on a daily basis, and we haven't really put like the final song structure together yet. But we have shitloads of new material for the 20 years anniversary album. Yeah.
Okay. So when you're writing music, where do you get your inspiration from? What would you say is the main elements that need to go into a Dimmu Borgir song?
Well, that's the thing that set us a little bit apart from other bands, because we don't work within boundaries. You know, we are not afraid to discover new things or to work with new elements, new things, and it's like the sky is the limit, kind of. You know, so it's. Inspiration, I think, you know, inspiration comes and goes. It could be, I mean, from a lyrical point of view, it could be watching the news, you know. It could be so many things that's happening in the world, or stupidity of mankind, you know. It could be so many things, and musically it's, you know, that just comes kind of naturally. We don't try to take in the inspiration from any other bands, you know. Even if we are fans of music, and I guess we are all more, we can relate more to the old school way of black metal, you know, the early 90s or the 80s heavy metal or whatever. But we are big fans of those things. But when we make Dimmu music, we try to do something completely different. That's where I think a lot of bands sometimes fail, because they're just trying to basically copy their favorite bands, and that's not the way to go if you want to be in a band, in my opinion.
So, Keep of Callison tried to do it. Why doesn't Dimmu Borgir try to enter the Eurovision Song Contest?
I don't see a reason why we should do that. I mean, I know Suspiria did it last year, but it's not a thing that we haven't even talked about that subject. So I don't think. I mean, you never know, but I don't think we're gonna do that.
Okay, well,
we're a bit too off for that.
Just a bit. Now, well, away from the band, away from touring, what do you do to wind down? Do you have any interesting hobbies?
Yeah, but not anything that I would like to share with anybody. I have, of course, a lot of interests on families and duties at home, but nothing that I want to share.
Okay. You've covered Twisted Sister and Pink Floyd in the past. You obviously like different kinds of music. Something you might not know, it was on this day 20 years ago that Freddie Mercury died. So were you a fan of Queen? Was Queen an influence to the band?
Never been. Never really been a Queen fan. I think he had a really great voice, you know, but musically, I don't even have a Queen record, so I can't really relate to it in a way, you know. It's not. I guess it was before my time, or before, you know, I discovered. Yeah.
How far do your musical boundaries go then?
There is no limits, you know. I think if I search for something really dark, I don't necessarily listen to black metal music. You know, I find a different type of darkness in a completely different style than black metal music. So that can be everything from ambient rock to dark techno music, or it all depends on the mood. You know, I'm very open-minded, and I think it's important to be that when you play music. You know? So yeah, my iPod is a collection of just all kinds of weird stuff.
Okay, well, I tried not to mention it in this interview, but you've just mentioned it.
Okay.
Black metal. Would you consider yourself a black metal band?
Yes and no. We are, you know, that's where we come from originally, is the black metal scene, and we have been into the scene for over 2 decades. So, but still, we are so much more than just a black metal band, you know. So, and I think, you know, what is black metal today? You know, for me, it is more. For me, black metal is Venom, you know, Celtic Frosts, and I don't know, it's hard to say. We are black metal, but so much more. That's the only reasonable thing how I can explain it, you know, somehow.
So after this tour, what's next for the band?
We're going to South America in end of February. We'll do a lot of shows, and then we're planning to do a Norwegian tour, and try to do as many summer festivals as possible this year, because we didn't do much this year, you know. So we're trying to kind of catch up with that, and but yeah, we still have a lot of plans, and then in between all those gigs, we're gonna try to put more songs together for the new album and stuff. So
Are you aiming for next year for the new album then?
it's gonna be hopefully released August 2013, which will be, because the band started up in August 93, so it will be 20 years correctly.
Okay, well thank you. Do you have any last words for the people out there?
Check out the latest album.
Right now. Thank you very much.